First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch tight end.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A little. Too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
I got you. I got you. Hey, Delta. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike.
From the gun, Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a party now. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Wild Bill.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll run on first down. Taylor gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
General West. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Ready, break.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 51's the mic, boys. Get out.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by Keller. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Complete to Kelly. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off play action. Herbert. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got a guard against being 10. From this point forward, though, he's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. Man open. That's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Check three.
Get it. To throw again. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6.
Check curls.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Come on, set. 60 or.
You got nothing left. You got nothing.
There we go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, that's good. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Greystone, travel.
Safety's creeping.
Ready.
Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
The give to Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Falcons' 8-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
54. Line 54. Here we go. Tight dog.
Now.
Back to throw. Lawrence. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
10 Lobo.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Falcons nothing.
Set 70, Indy.
Check 43.
They'll try the left side. McNeil. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Two draw quarters. Deep rip.
On third down, McNeil. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Step, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 15 of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Mike's 56.
On first down, Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Night, sweetheart.
From the gun, Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Pilot, 64, weak. Cut. Big rip.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 54.
61, matchbox white.
Now Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
We go. 70, Indy.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
They run the counter. McNeil. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 59 yards. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Herbert, it's caught. Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
56, check 56. Your track.
Back to throw. Herbert. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready. 90, Wolf.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Lawrence. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Now maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases. Whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Second and long. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. McNeil, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Falcons.
This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
56, the Mike, boys, 56. Check it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, complete. Smith has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check 26. Go team, spill.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Right there, 56. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Shoot.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a gain.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check three.
On first down, McNeil. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's left? I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
I'm coming. Mike 56.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returning is Peppers. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
31-yard line.
Ready.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
2nd and 11. This one complete to Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. So we got man. 45 to Mike. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
80 weapons.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Snap.
On 2nd down, McNeil about 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. 4 down. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert over the middle, complete. That's Harvey. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Got it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Herbert. And that's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 3rd down and 16.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Derek Barnett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On the ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They run the counter. Taylor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Ingram. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the set.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Don't get nervous.
Like.
Watch out. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the
Shoot.
Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Okay, ready?
51. Let's get the ball.
Back to throw. That is man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
Here we go. General West, 60 outlaw.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the slap. White 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Green Bay, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.